Mic check.
Hi, I'm
1,
Chris
2.
Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, cover the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. Joined by my co-host, Andre Casseday. I would like to say back in the booth, but we're not in the booth. We're on location. So, Andre, first game back.
Yeah.
Well, this season on the field.
On site.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You
I'm
excited?
a little toasty. A little toasty, but we're making it through. We're being heard as of just now, so that's good.
Hey,
and
that's why you're here. See, before you guys like laugh and get back, I'm happy that he's here because if he wasn't, I wouldn't know.
He would have been rambling.
I would have been talking for another 30 minutes. And my wife, I get home and she'd be like, I was calling you and texting you. But sorry, we were muted from a previous incident. But
and let me say this too, because I just posted it. In the comments section, I have the link for all of you out there who can hear us now finally, to go in, click the link that I posted to say, hey, what's up? What are you watching for in tonight's game? Join the conversation down below because we want to hear what you have to say, because we go live for one reason, and that one reason is for all of you out there who are either at the stadium or at home in some AC.
Andre Casseday.
That's all I'm thinking about right now, is some dang AC. But I got to stop complaining because I'm here to be optimistic. He's going to be the guy that reins in my optimism. But nevertheless, we're glad to be here tonight, and I think we're ready to go.
We're ready to go. Let me start off. At the very beginning of this video, it's very important that I give thanks to a lot of you guys that are watching, all right? We're independent media, 100% supported by your contributions, your donations. There's no law firm, there's no Tippins and Zarowski.
There's no Morris Jenkins
there's no Morris
sponsoring us yet.
I really wish, but that's not it, you know? Actually, I don't wish, because I love being supported by you guys. It allows me to do whatever I want to do that you want me to do, instead of like fearing that my sponsor doesn't want me to do that. But just this week, I kicked off the memberships. All right, so you can now join the Charlotte Vibe channel as a supporter. We have a supporter level. I think it's $3.99 per month. It allows you to join. Those contributions help us continue to operate this channel, continues all the stuff that you don't see that's behind the scenes.
Now, let me clarify, $399 or $3.99?
Now, if you want to do $399, there's a link in the description for Cash App, which you can do the $399, but our membership is currently $3.99, and it just goes towards supporting us. I really want to. Andre's going to be traveling with me to the season opener down in Atlanta. We've had some super chats that we've exhausted the budget to take care of that, but we would like for myself and him to travel more,
as much as humanly possible.
Yes,
right?
And it literally costs thousands of dollars each time we travel. So, not looking for one person to do that, but if we get everybody to just do their $3 or something to help us continue to do what we do. So, let me give a shout out to our first 4 subscribers that were previous to this show, because we may have some more now. So, Corey Kelly, Sita, Quentin, Chris Johnson. Those were our first 4 subscribers to join and be a supporter. So they're monthly contributing to the show. That is, again, Corey Kelly, Sita, Quentin, and Chris Johnson. So thank you all very much.
And can we give these people a nickname? For the people who tune in and are supporters of our premium option now, I think we have to call them the Charlotte Vibers. Is that a dorky name, or is that something that y'all vibe with, the Charlotte Vibers? Because this is a community now, and I think, hey, we gotta name it something, right? We'll have a poll. How about this? I'll put a poll in our Twitter later tonight.
You can do one on YouTube as well.
We could do one at some point, but hey, the initial impression, the Charlotte Vibers. How does that ring with everybody out there?
I'll let you guys handle that in the comments.
Right.
We got the band coming, so it's going to test us some more here. Let's go ahead and get into our things to watch for tonight, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it. What is this here? All right, no particular order. The play of the wide receivers. That's what we're going to be looking at tonight. I don't even know who I'm going to be looking at tonight, because Damiere Byrd, DJ Chark, LaVisca Chenault, I'm missing one.
Terrace Marshall Jr.
And Derek Wright was out last week of the game in New York. Who is Bryce Young going to be throwing the ball to? So that's going to be something interesting to watch.
Chris Jenkins.
I would love I need a little stretch. I need a little stretch. But the question that I've seen floating around on Twitter and our YouTube as well are improving that position, right? Because before these guys started to go down, there was this feeling of like, we'll be okay as long as all these guys play at their best, right? And coaches talk about that. There's no number one. On different plays, there's a different number one. Well, now there's more talk about like, we might need to get somebody out there. So
getting a little thin, right?
Let me help you guys out that are watching the game tonight, that are worried about this team and our personnel. Scott Fitter, well, how did you say? In on every call? In on every deal?
In on every deal.
In on every deal. They are actually right now preparing very much for this roster cut down, which is going to happen on Tuesday, to continue to improve this team. So I'm going to let you hear Dan Morgan talking about that part right there.
From a scouting perspective, just kind of wanted to give you like a little snapshot of what we're doing right now. We're building our preseason board right now. There should be 1,200 guys or so that are going to get cut at the cut down. We're up to like 1,400 reports. So what we're doing right now is we're building our board and we're stacking it by position. And then from there, obviously, we'll talk about it as a staff, and we'll look and see who we're really interested in and who we're thinking about claiming at the cut down. So right now, we're just writing a ton of reports. Our scouts are doing a great job. And, we're just really excited about the 53 cut down and that whole process. We're calling other teams too. So basically our scouts, we split teams up by scouts, and they're going to call the teams, and they're going to figure out like where their needs are, where their surplus is, any players that they're willing to trade. So they're going to do things like that. So we're going to cover the whole landscape. Nothing's really going to catch us by surprise, is the way that we look at it.
So there is a plan to continue to make this team better. I didn't know there was 12. I would like to go back and ask Dan. So you got 1,200 players, but 1,400 reports?
Do those guys get any sleep at night? I mean, that's a lot of people right there that they got to go through and do some research on.
But why not, if you do the math and you get the combinations, why not 10,000 reports? I'm a math nerd, but 1,200 to 1,400 says you only got duplicate reports or variation reports on a few instances. But nevertheless, also going to be watching that nose tackle position on the defensive side. Why? Because it was just so darn interesting this week that Marquand McCall gets cut. You're like, wow, that's shocking. He was a starter. And then
now he's gone.
The New England Patriots pick him up, and then he's no longer New England Patriots because he had a knee injury. So I'm just really want to watch that defensive tackle position as well. Defensive tackle, nose tackle position as well.
Right.
A little late getting up the graphic there. And we're going to continue on. If you have not, get your phones ready. There's a link that Andre pinned in the description or in the comments. It's also in the description that allows you to come on the show. Let us know what you're looking for. Let us know your questions, your comments. We really want to hear from you. So we'll continue to work through a few more things. Andre's looking nice and bright in this cast. I'm sure he's going to get me about that later.
This guy keeps roasting me, man.
I'm not roasting you. Am I roasting?
I told him before we were on, I was like, hey, thank goodness I'm going to the beach tomorrow because this camera is not picking up on the tannest complexion that I have. It makes me look like a genuine. I'm just gonna cut it short right there. I don't want to say what I'm about to say right now.
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out here in a second. Let's continue on. Let's get some more stuff up. Let's talk about the offensive line. We're going to be looking at that offensive line. What are you going to be looking at on that offense? I'm going to make some adjustments, but what are you going to be looking at on that offensive line?
Really, it just comes down to consistency. They made improvements last week against the Giants, but there were still some struggles. I'm really focusing in on guys like Hakim Ekwonu and Taylor Moton, the guys who are your two tackles. How are they going to solidify the edge tonight? Because Detroit, they do have some pretty good pass rushers. They're going to be tested tonight on that end of things. And then I'm also looking at guys like Cade Mays and Chandler Zavala.
Zavala,
a rookie.
Quick plug. I interviewed Chandler Zavala. Just go to the channel, look at the playlist, one-on-one interviews. You'll see me and Chandler Zavala.
Right. But I want to see how they play tonight. I want to see some consistency out of that group because they have not played well. Let's just be frank about it. It's been one of the main things that people have been talking about this team where you're shocked at how bad they've played. And, it's a theme throughout the rest of the NFL, especially at this point in the season. Poor offensive line play, that's going to be a thing because there's not a lot of contact in training camp and OTAs. There's only certain days where you have full pads. and that definitely plays a factor into it. But I want to see consistency. I want to see them pull it together tonight and get everything rolling, because if they don't, I mean, that's going to be a focus heading into the regular season, because they have to keep Bryce Young protected and keep him upright. They have to.
Speaking of being upright, Bryce was asked this week about, hey, you're getting hit. What do you say to those guys? Are you getting pissed off? And here's Bryce's response to that.
Concerns. It's football. Again, that's part of the job. I'm going to get hit. As a quarterback, I haven't watched every game in the world, but I'd imagine it's very few and far in between when a quarterback doesn't get hit, doesn't get sacked. So again, it's part of the job, and we're all trying to do it. There's stuff like that. It's not one person. It's not we're all as a unit trying to get better. We want to execute. And it's not one person's fault on any given play. It's all of us that we do better on those plays. There's stuff I can do that are better as well. And again, I'm growing. We're all getting better, and no one's, we all are going to make mistakes, and that's a part of it. So, I'm trying to focus on, being the best version of myself, and also us as a unit, us making sure we're the best version. So there's no finger pointing, there's no lack of confidence or anything like that. I'm super happy, super blessed to be in the locker room, have the teammates that I do, and have all the confidence in the world for them.
Hey, Bryce isn't pointing any fingers. Like, nah. They know they can watch the tape just like me. They know their problems. So we just got to go out there, reset, and focus on playing the next play as best as we can. We got some comments that we're going to get to. So people, I think, have asked about joining. How do you join? I forget exactly when you're on the phone, but basically, if it's not easily shown right beneath the video on your cell phone, just click on the logo so you go to our channel, and then you will see, same place where you saw subscribe, you'll see join, and it'll give you the option to do that. Super chats are also welcome and encouraged to help us out. We really appreciate any time that you're able to do so. And I always say, just like the video. That's the easiest way to support, help us grow, let other people find out about us, all right? Mm-hmm. So last preseason game, didn't mean to play that yet.
Already?
It's coming.
Think about that.
Yeah,
already?
Last preseason game, right? So I keep putting up the wrong graphic. Anyway, I'm just going to play Frank Reich talking about preseason games and what he's looking for.
From a scouting perspective,
ongoing evaluation of every position. So, everybody's, as I said the other day, this is a great opportunity for guys to get one last opportunity to put something on tape in a game, in a preseason game. So we don't take that lightly. It's, we get geared up for this. We know it's a preseason game. I was thinking about it earlier. All the preseason games I've been a part of as a player and a coach, I really don't remember the score of any of those games, but I remember a lot of plays and players, impact things that happened, over those times. So this is an opportunity for someone to make an impact.
All right, so that's Frank talking about his views on the preseason. Do you have any views? Do you want to see these starters play tonight? And let me tell you, I like Mike Tomlin, all right? I was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan growing up, but Mike Tomlin's like this, I don't know. Anyway, what I'm going to say about Mike Tomlin is he was asked about playing his starters, and he was like, let me just go on my notes here. Probably didn't even put it in my notes right. What did he say? He said, I think it's difficult to box without sparring. It's an opportunity to sharpen your skills and prepare to be good at what you do. And I'm like, heck yeah! Because I felt like, here's how I feel. No, you don't have to play these starters the whole game.
Right.
But just like, I've been saying it from this standpoint. Previously when I've talked about it, I've thought about it more from the military standpoint, right? Live bullets flying. You don't want the first time that there's live bullets firing, like it's the first time you've heard of, shot your rifle for real or just been in something. So you want to practice being in the heat of the moment. Before you're in the heat of the moment,
right? You
got 70,000 people cheering and getting all these distractions. Go through it beforehand. So, we haven't seen Brian Burns. Do we have to see him? Like, yeah, you could get by. Like, you could make it without seeing Brian Burns. But what do you always hear when you're watching the broadcast, first game of the regular season? These guys are gassed. They haven't played a full game yet, and you could tell that they're trying to get up. So, to me, you could just minimize the guys being gassed in that first game. You could minimize, it's the first game mistakes, by having Brian Burns out there with Justin Houston and the rest of the team. by having all of your starters on the offensive side and the person who's calling the plays, just for a little bit.
For a series or something, right? And that's always been the question every season, every preseason, is that balancing act. Because you want them out there, but you also have to limit their time because that could increase risk for injury. So it's that tricky balancing act that coaches have to deal with every season because you want those guys to be out there, but at the same time, if he gets hurt and then that particular player is out for the rest of the season, then the question becomes, oh, why'd you have him out there to begin with? It's just a preseason game. You see both sides of the argument, but again, that's the kind of questions that they face every season.
I really want to continue to debate this with you. I do, because I have.
It's a legitimate conversation, though. But
our time restraints, we're man of the people.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and get into these comments. Always going to give precedence to those who click on the link, which is in the description, also pinned at the top of the comments, to join us live. Tell us your questions. Tell us your statements. We want to hear from you. So until that happens, I'm going to go through these comments and share them with you guys.
And I am posting that link again for the third time in the comments section. So there is no excuse that you did not see the link posted up there. Got you guys covered.
I'm loving all these comments from the beginning when there was no audio. Lots of comments.
Yeah, and thank you for being our third independent party.
Yes.
To keep us rolling.
Someone said use sign language. So for those who missed the beginning, yes, we flawlessly, you probably couldn't tell, but we ran through the top of the show again flawlessly for you because we knew that you couldn't hear it because we're just that good.
Yeah, preseason, we're just getting our reps in as well, but we knew what was going on from the very beginning, right?
I'm just going through some of these comments. Hey, here we go.
What's he saying?
Let me get this off of here.
All right, here we go.
Hold on 1 second. Got to get this away. Kevin says, hey guys, try to stay cool today. So Kevin, look,
we're trying.
We both have empty bottles.
We're trying right here, man.
Probably went through in about 10 minutes. So we're trying to make it through just on sheer love for doing what we do. So, but appreciate the comments of staying cool.
Notice how he had to take the Gatorade, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm older. I need all the electrolytes so I don't kill over. Aaron Patton, what to do, Charlotte Vibe? What's going on, Aaron? Appreciate you tuning in.
What's good, man?
Nobody wins tonight. 2020, a freaking tie.
You
Tyrone.
know how big of a waste of time that would be if it was a tie?
I'd be happy with a tie.
Why?
We've lost every game. We're 0-2.
That's a consolation prize that we get.
0-2-1 versus 0-3.
Yeah.
You know what working for the next 2 weeks would be like if we lose and go 0-3?
Oh, it's going to be rough. I'm not disputing that, but a tie doesn't make it any better. Come on, now we're in it to win it, man.
All right. Morgan and Morgan pregame show. Don't really know what that means. Sorry, I'll have to come back to it. No major injuries is what is most important tonight.
I think that's the one thing that we could all agree upon. No injuries, get out clean, everybody's healthy. That is the hope for tonight's game.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me play my little sound effects here. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. One more time, breaking news. All right.
Quite the list.
What were we just talking about?
Injuries.
Who's not playing tonight?
Oh boy, do you want me to go through the list?
You want to do it?
I got it right here.
I didn't know you had it.
I have it pulled up and ready to go.
I got it right here too.
That is a list right there. Oh my goodness.
You know what I wish we could do?
What can we do?
I wish we could just go live during the whole game.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to care to watch this game tonight. At least if we go live, we could talk with you guys and try to make it a little bit more entertaining for
just
you.
Based off of this list. Oh,
but based off of this list that my man Andre is about to give to you, and I'm going to give you a little solo cam action on this list. Andre's being emotional right now. Hey, hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers. Super chats are welcome. You can now join and be a supporter of the channel, which is very important. Without further ado, Andre Casseday is going to read to you the eulogy for tonight's game.
Let me just get the shock out of my face and out of my system, and let me be objective here. And away we go. Wow, quite the list. So we're going to go through the offensive side of things. So right tackle, Taylor Moton. Wow, this is basically their whole starting five right here, ladies and gentlemen. Right guard, Chandler Zavala. Center, Bradley Bozeman. Left guard, Brady Christensen. I know, we're going through it here. Left tackle, Ikem Ekwonu. I'm trying so hard not to cry right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tight end, Hayden Hurst. Tight end, Ian Thomas. Running back, Raheem Blackshear. Receivers, Jonathan Mingo, Adam Thielen. And the one that shocks me the most, quarterback Bryce Young is not going to be on the field for tonight's game. So that's just the offensive side of things. As we get to the defensive side of things, we got Raquan Williams, Shai Tuttle, Deshaun Williams, Colby Jones, Camu, Gruger Hill, Deion Jones, Yetur Gross-Matos, Xavier Woods, Von Bell, Jeremy Chin, J.C. Horn, C.J. Henderson. That is your list right there for your inactives for tonight. Started sounding like a rapper there at the very end, but my goodness, Chris, that is a list right there. I don't even know what to say. Chris, that's like 30% of their roster right there.
Well, if you want this, we hadn't gone in yet. We can just go home.
No. I'm going to fulfill my obligation and my responsibility and take part of this broadcast. Well, not broadcast, but our duties for tonight, right?
Can I play something one more time?
Go right ahead.
Ongoing evaluation of every position. It's all, everybody's, as I said the other day, this is a great opportunity for guys to get one last opportunity to put something on tape in a game, in a preseason game. So we don't take that lightly. I mean, it's, we get geared up for this. We know it's a preseason game.
I'm not even going to finish playing that. We get geared up for this. We get who are you evaluating? Okay, I want you guys, again, the link is in the description. The link is also pinned to the comments. I want to hear from everybody out there watching tonight on what you think about that inactive list for people they're just flat out not even playing tonight as they prepare for this game. I feel like Frank is being a little too trying to get an edge on people, right? Because one of the things that he said was, I'll take a little extra heat for being vanilla. I want to hide some things. Okay, Frank, you've also, if this was Matt Rule, I would say, hey, you're in the NFL now. But
right.
Frank's been in the NFL. He should know it's not going to take everybody 2 years to say, oh, I know what they're doing down there in Carolina. They have guys that just cut up film and give stats and give analytics for everything. So it's not going to take them forever. And I know the first 2 games are divisional opponents. Those are important to win. But just what if your guys haven't worked out all the kinks? Well, I'm taking up all the time. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to give my man Andre Casseday a chance to vent, and then I'm going to go through the comments on now what is David Tepper ripping off all these fans that should not, if I paid tonight to come to this game, I would be calling my credit card company and disputing the charges because I went to see the Carolina Panthers play and I saw some JV high school team that they just put together with Carolina Panthers logos on them.
I mean, it's Friday Night Football. There's a bunch of high school football teams playing right now. But I'm trying to put a positive spin on this. But is there a method to the madness? I want to see what the madness or the method is here because I'm seeing a lot of madness right now with what is happening. Bryce Young not playing tonight? Jonathan Mingo not playing tonight? These are guys that could use some of these snaps in tonight's game. I mean, you basically have your whole starting 5 on the O-line out. That is a group that's been on cloud 9 in terms of the criticism. Don't you think that they could use some snaps tonight to get everything ready and honed up for the start of the regular season? I mean, I don't know. I'm still shocked. I can't seem to put a positive spin on this. I just can't. I don't know what to say right now. I'm shocked.
It's dumb. But you know what?
Very dumb.
For everybody that's watching, I'm going to ask that you set your alarm clocks because I know you're not going to be watching the game to join us post game, or make sure you hit the notification button because when we go live after the game,
yes,
I want to hear from you guys because we will No matter what time this game ends, if it's 11 o'clock, if it's 12 o'clock, we go live and we want to interact with you. So let's go ahead and jump into these comments. All right.
Oh, these are going to be spicy.
Based on what we
I
just
feel the spice. I feel the heats.
All right. And so there's a super chat that I missed. Let me go back to that super chat, and then we're going to go to as many comments as we can before we go and watch this. We can't even call it a scrimmage. All right. I'm going to guess this is Digit BR. Man, what a interesting name. But $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I keep coming back and contributing. Still hoping Andre has gotten some eyebrows, and still I'm disappointed. LOL. You don't have any eyebrows? Oh, you do have something? You do
it's
have.
not picking up on the camera, guys. It's not picking up. But hey, tough times in the brow land. I'll just say this. It's a work in progress, just like this Carolina Panthers team. So we'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh, boy. Appreciate it so much. It helps. It helps.
But appreciate the love, though. I appreciate it.
All right. I'm being yelled at here by B&B Chirac. He says, read the chat. So, all right, I'm going to go and read the chat. We're going to go a little extra. We normally stop at 2 minutes, but we're going to read the chat. All right. Let me get on back up here. Start to try to go through these.
Oh, did I make a mistake? Oh, Chris.
What's up?
Made a mistake. That was the projected starting lineup. That was not the inactive list. Oh, my goodness.
See what happens when I let him do this?
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so I'm going to go to what I have.
So I just got mad for no reason. Oh, man.
You're still my guy. You're still my guy. So I'm going to defend you a little bit here. So we have two different bits of information and sources that we're looking at. Andre went to a different source, and I normally give the list, but I let my man Andre take it over, and we fumbled that one completely.
Fumbled the bag completely there.
So I'm going to go to my list of the official not playing, which is still a very long list. Retract all of our venting, and we'll come back at it with a different perspective. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna be a good co-host. I'm not gonna do you like. I'm gonna let you come over and read this from my screen, and I'm gonna give you the same one-on-one zoom-in treatment that I did for the first one. So go ahead and read that list for me. Hold on, not yet. I'm gonna try to keep my mic without knocking over anything. Actually, I'm not. Here you go.
We're gonna redeem ourselves for the second time tonight. That's on me, ladies and gentlemen. But nevertheless, here are the inactives for tonight's game. Henry Anderson, Amari Barno, Deontay Brown, Derek Brown, Brian Burns, DJ Chark, Austin Corbett, Cam Irving, Sam Franklin Jr., Marquise Haynes Sr., Justin Houston, Chuba Hubbard, Dante Jackson, Frankie Louvu, Greg Mabin, Terrace Marshall Jr.
Terrace Marshall is playing tonight?
He is not playing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you reading the not playing. Okay, again, not playing.
I'm going to hammer it down.
This is the not playing official list.
Not playing. Cade Mays, Mac McCain III, Miles Sanders, Laviska Shenault, Taylor Stallsworth, Stephon Sullivan, Jordan Thomas, Stanley Thomas Oliver III, and Shaq Thompson. There you go.
Was that the full list?
That is the full list. Quite the list. Quite the long list. The correct list. There you have it, ladies
So I think
and
if you could just one more time read that full list, you don't have to stop, just so we make the correction clear. We did incorrectly list the not playing tonight, but here we go one more time to make up for our previous mistake.
Here we go. One more time. Henry Anderson, Amari Barno, Deontay Brown, Derek Brown, Brian Burns, DJ Chark Jr., Austin Corbett, Cam Irving, Sam Franklin Jr., Marquise Hayes Sr., Justin Houston, Chuba Hubbard, Dante Jackson, Frankie Louvu, Greg Mabin, Terrace Marshall Jr., Cade Mays, Mac McCain III, Miles Sanders, Laviska Shenault, Taylor Stallsworth, Stephon Sullivan, Jordan Thomas, Stanley Thomas Oliver III, and Shaq Thompson. That is your inactives for tonight's game. I think I have redeemed myself, ladies and gentlemen. And if you feel free, roast me. I am here for the criticism. I am here for the flaming that is about to take place in the comments section. Because, hey, we're here for you, and I will not be afraid to admit when we made a mistake.
So here's the good thing, right? You saw us both get livid about it because it was like absurd. You know, I was trying to say we got to cut it short because
it was like
this is absurd
to be true, right?
So here's
But yeah, that is the list right there for our inactives. So, but yeah, just to really piggyback off of what Chris said, like, yeah, we're pausing just for 1 second. Give us just a tad bit as we get our camera situated here. Give us a little bit of time there. That's why Chris Jenkins is the man of the people, because he knows how to multitask at a moment's notice. All right. Now we are back on, ladies and gentlemen.
all right. So sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty with one of the cameras going out, but again, for that, greatly apologize. But what I was saying is that you saw some reaction to reporters saying like that is the most absurd, crazy thing that could be, because that's how I would truly feel, and I was going to go in there and say, what's even the point of watching? So thank you guys in the comments for
calling us out too.
Calling us out on that. So we're going to go a few extra minutes unless this camera starts acting up, which it may do because of heating up. Let's go through these comments again.
Oh boy. Ooh.
The Matt Chatter says Andre fell through the time warp.
I fell through something, whatever that something was. I mean, whew. Good thing we caught it when we did, though, because my goodness, I would have been heated if we had to walk in there and we didn't get to see our guy tonight on the field.
Yeah, Danny saying given a second and third strings chance to make this team. Yes, that's true.
Yep. All clear.
And they said I dropped the camera. I didn't drop the camera. Candyman said he asked too many questions. Trying to go backwards and get through some of these. Candyman wanted to see Deontay Brown. And T. Thompson said, make him read it one more time.
And I sure did, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, here's some good love right here. Jimmy says, it just makes me love the channel even more that you see two guys just make a mistake live, a big mistake, but we brought it back as we could.
We stand corrected. You call us out, we're not going to be afraid of the criticism. So thank you for also being out there and covering on our end as well.
T. Wells was a little confused, but I think they're clear now. T. Wells was a little upset. That's all right.
We were upset for a good bit too.
You weren't alone in being upset. Hey, you remember Steve Harvey when he had the pageant? Like, I didn't watch it, but it was like a Miss International or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he read the winner wrong.
Oh, yes.
it happens when you're reading from a script. If you get the wrong piece of paper,
man.
That you read the
wrong
thing. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, just because we don't like to make mistakes, periods.
But we're human.
Yeah.
We are human, just like all of you out there.
Kristen says Andre needs a beer.
A beer?
You need a beer.
I may have to get one, man.
T. Thompson fired you. I'll hire you back, don't worry. I can't send him to the unemployment line. If I got to pay the guy, I want him here working in the office.
You're going to be seeing me on the side of Mint Street holding up the sign, need a new job, ladies and gentlemen.
And we got to have fun with it, right? Andre's eyebrows are on the inactive list.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's just the camera, man. It's just the camera. It's fading out whatever I don't have right now. The very few specks that I have up there in Browland.
Andre barbecue incident. They're getting you, like you said. Andre, go get you a Gatorade so you can cool down after that inactive list. I thought your eyes started turning red like cartoons.
I love it. I love it.
I'm chat for Andre's eyebrows. So here's a really good thing, though, right? we weren't happy with that list.
Right.
Everybody was like, what the heck is going on? And you see right here, here's one of our members, so big shout outs to Sita.
Yes.
You see when you join the channel, you have these special little things by your name, which lets us know that you're one of our members. Sita is one of our members, so appreciate you being on here.
Appreciate the love too, Sita.
B&B says, this is why I be crowning Chris. I'm not sure he said loud and
He
wrong.
needs to be clowning me, man. He can't be clowning you.
All right. So, yeah, that's what we did. We read the wrong list, and now we're all correct. So, again, just to appease you guys. And, again, I think one person has to come on before we get off, right?
Right.
Well, you want to come on and roast my man Andre for that?
Please do.
Whether you want to come on and ask us a question, whether you want to come on and make a comment. Can we get just one person to come on before we get out of here? The link's in the description. It's also pinned in the comments. But one more time for my man Andre, the not playing tonight. Defensive end Henry Anderson, outside linebacker Amari Barno, right guard Deontay Brown, defensive end Derek Brown, outside linebacker Brian Burns, who has not played a snap in the preseason, wide receiver DJ Chark. Again, these people are not playing. Right guard Austin Corbett, right tackle Cam Irving, Sam Franklin Jr., safety, outside linebacker Marquise Haynes, outside linebacker Justin Houston, running back Chuba Hubbard. Again, these are the not playing tonight. Still a very long list. Cornerback Dante Jackson, linebacker Frankie Louvu, Greg Maben. What's NCB? I've not. Jeez.
Nickel corner?
Nickel cornerback. All right. Wide receiver Terrace Marshall, right guard Cade Mays, cornerback Mac McLean, running back Miles Sanders. Again, these people are not playing tonight. LaVisca Chenault, Taylor Star Wars, Steven Sullivan, Jordan Thomas, Stanley Thomas Oliver, linebacker Shaq Thompson. So, in place of Cade Mays, Chandler Zavala is going to start. In place of Miles Sanders, Raheem Blackshear is going to start. In place of Brian Burns, Kobe Jones is going to start. In place of Justin Houston, you're going to have Yetur Gross-Matos starting.
Okay.
In place of Marquand McCall, who's not even with the team.
Not even here.
You're going to have Raekwon Williams. I got something funny to say about that, but I'll say that one off. All right, so the sound probably isn't the best because my camera just took another break. So we're going to go in. We're over our time, and so our equipment gets too hot and overheats when we go over our time, especially in this heat.